We're going to do a bit more trailer loading with Dakota, so I'm really focusing on those hind legs and just getting her to pick up that one hind leg and then put it down, because that's really what she needs to work on the most. So I'm just going to put some food on the floor here, and I'm just moving. There's a cone inside the trailer. Unfortunately, you really can't see inside there. I need to figure out like a camera setup for that, but there's a stationary cone in there that I'm just moving, and I'm just letting her just hang out while I do that. And you can kind of see the cone is on the right side of the trailer there. I'm just asking her to touch that. And then I'll reinforce her. So I just want her to touch that, and then I'm going to move it in a little bit further. But that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just her touching that stationary cone. I use my handheld target a bit too. Um, so, because moving that stationary cone can kind of be annoying. So it depends on the day. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes I do the handheld target. So, but I'm just going to reinforce her for staying inside. I'm also going to work on reinforcing her for backing out, because that's really the part that she needs to work on, is being relaxed and slow and quiet about backing out. So reinforce her again as she goes out. So I just want to make sure that she's relaxed with that, and probably slowing down a little bit more. So I'm going to move that. You can see me moving that stationary cone out of the way. So I think at this point I was going to use just my handheld target instead. Okay, got the cone out of the way, so I'm going to ask her to go back in. And she's really good halfway. Like, she's got that down. Like, that's not an issue for her at all. There she went in and then was like, maybe not. So I'm just going to re-ask and see if she can give me a little bit more than that. So there, I'm going to click and feed that. She got a little bit closer. That first try was just not quite enough. I'm just going to re-cue. There, that's what I'm looking for, is that left hind's picking up. I'm going to reinforce that. So I'm clicking as soon as that foot comes over the ground. So right there again. And I'm asking her not to go in all the way. I don't want her to go in all the way. I just want her to pick that left foot up and put it on there, because I want her to work on picking that one hind leg up, placing it on there on the trailer, and then taking it off. And then doing that same thing with the other hind leg, and reinforcing her for backing off really slowly, especially with her hind feet, but with her front feet as well. So that's what I'm really working on, because she's not like, that's perfect. So she wants to just rest that hind leg up there. I'm just going to keep reinforcing her, because that's perfect. That's what I want. I'm not so much worried about just getting her in the trailer. That's not the problem. She'll go right in the trailer. I want her relaxed so that she can go in and back out nicely and not just get stuck and get scared in there. And I'm okay if she wants to turn around as well, but again, she's got to do it in a relaxed way. So just working on relaxation and positive associations with the trailer. So that's kind of my game plan here. So as long as she's going to offer, like, picking her hind leg up right there, I'm clicking that and feeding that. So we can work on that today. Because really, I need to work on like that hind leg, like each hind leg going in and out, the front legs backing out slowly, and then from there, like, because that's just getting her in, then from there we can work on slowly taking her out, like turning her around with the target, and we can work on slowly backing her out. So that's kind of what we're doing. I'm just going to take a quick break. We just took a quick walk just to get her out of there, and we're not just doing just trailer work, like working on that just gets her a mental break. And then we'll come back and work on the trailer a little bit more. So I'm just reinforcing her for standing out of the trailer, and she stopped when I asked her to. Sometimes, like what I found with the Mustangs, was they would just get in right away. So I'm reinforcing not going in. I want her to just stand right here and wait for my cues. So that's a really important part of it that I didn't really realize at the beginning. So there, that looks great. And that was the hardest she's tried, really, because the first time, she just put her front feet in, and now I asked once and she's got all 3 feet in and she's resting that hind leg. So that's really, really nice. Now what I've got to work on is getting that right hind leg up there, because now she's kind of got like a pattern to it where she always, there, she got a little stuck and she felt like she couldn't get off. Then she just backed up, and that was totally fine. I'm not gonna panic with her. I'm gonna let her just back up. But I do need to get that right hind leg up on the trailer. So I gotta work on not just having the left hind, because she keeps offering that one. So I want her to work on those hind legs, but I don't want it to just be that one. So that's another problem that I gotta solve. So I'm just gonna give her a minute. It's okay. I don't want her to be afraid. I'm not gonna punish her for like wanting to get off. Like, that is gonna make your situation worse. Even if you're using, especially if you're using data reinforcement. Like, I know lots of people say, like, don't let them off, like, let them off when you ask, but they need to know first that they can get off and that they're not trapped, because that's going to get rid of a lot of that anxiety. So she kind of thought about trying with her right foot there. I'm going to click that, and then she went ahead and went with that left foot, but I really want to start thinking about that right foot too. It's just the more she practiced with that left hind, it's going to be like, this is how I do it, and she's not even going to think about the other one. There, she kind of gets like her feet mixed up and she feels like she can't do it. I'm going to let her back off. That's totally fine. I'm not going to reinforce her. I'm going to reinforce her for coming off really soft and easy, but I'm just going to let her go and then we'll just ask again. Not a big deal. She's doing well here. I got rid of the handhold target and she was just kind of going on her own. So there she's tried harder. Can actually pick that foot up. And I'm okay with her resting the foot up there or just picking it up. That's totally fine. So I'm asking her to back up here. That was very nice. She was backing up pretty softly there. I should probably reinforce that because I missed an opportunity there to reinforce her because that was a pretty good backup. Sometimes I do still, like, because this video is a little bit older, I still get stuck on, like, the getting in part. I just recently was like, oh, it's not the problem with getting in, it's the getting out that we need to work on, so. If she tries again, I'll click that hind leg going in. But I just want to make it known to her, like, I just want you to try and get more comfortable, like, bringing the hind legs up and down, and it's not about getting in. I don't care about that. I actually have asked her not to get in. I want to just work on those hind legs. So there, she's gonna rest it up there. I just want her to be able to navigate that because that is a big step. And she's very like slow with her hind legs. Like she backs up and drags them. Like she's not the most athletic, agile animal out there. So it's just something she's practiced. We've been practicing with the ground poles like you've seen, and we're still doing some of that. And just getting her just more comfortable moving those hind legs and reinforcing for bringing them up higher and lifting them up. So that's kind of what we're working on with her, that she backed up pretty softly there. So again, little short sessions, nothing crazy. I don't want to put too much pressure on her. I don't want her to get burned out or not enjoy her time by the trailer.